Hello everyone, welcome to the FitNCalm Sunday webinar series. So we'll just start off. More people are joining from the YouTube also. So today's speaker is Dr. Urvaja. As this is a PCOS month, we've invited Dr. Urvaja to come and tell us about the do's and don'ts for PCOS and few tips how we can overcome it. So Dr. Urvaja is an Ayurveda doctor, as well as she is doing her specialization in gynecology and obstetrics. So Urvaja, over to you. You are muted, Urvaja. One minute.
Okay, I'll just share my screen. I welcome you all first. You've taken a great step to know about something that is very useful, even if you are suffering from it or not. So that it's become so common to know about this that every third person is almost suffering from it. So even if you do not have it, you can pass on whatever you learn from here or whatever you gain from here. All right. I'm not able to share the screen. Can I just? Yeah. Can see it? Okay. So let us know about one sec. Yeah. So let us know about what is PCOS or what is PCOD that we commonly hear at every gynecologist, or we just know that it is so common. Every second woman or every third woman is suffering from this. So a small slide share where you can know a bit about it. So, what are the common questions when you hear about PCOS, or what are the things that pop up in your head when you hear what PCOS is? Is first thing is what is PCOS? You should know what it is, right? So you have that doubt if what I am suffering from is PCOS or not. And if you are married, if you can get pregnant having PCOS, or if you develop PCOS later, is it going to cause any problem in your pregnancy? Is what you can know here. And next is what you should follow or what you can do better for yourself in order to combat PCOS is what we'll know. So, how do you know that you're suffering from PCOS first? That there is going to be irregularity in your periods. Firstly, there is going to be that the time gap in between your two period months is going to increase, or the days of your periods is going to reduce. From 3 days to 7 days is normal period, but anything less than three days is going to be a problem, and you have to get yourself checked. And the second thing is, in your body you will have male hormone generation, which is going to reduce the female hormone. The ratio is going to be in the reduced form, so which is going to form male pattern hair loss in your body. There's going to be acne on your skin, and there'll be facial hair growth and central obesity and skin darkening. These are all actually natural to men when they're hitting their puberty. All of these things are natural, but when these things start in a female, that means the testosterone, that is the male hormone, is in more ratio than that of the female hormone. And the third thing is that when you get an ultrasonography done, you find a polycystic ovary reading in it. So these are the three things. Any of the two things out of these three is going to make you a polycystic ovarian syndrome person. So let us know how a female body usually works. So basically, it starts from your head. In your brain, there is something called hypothalamus. Hypothalamus gets stimulated by even minor things and major things. Even when you're having if the environment is changing from cold to hot, or if it is raining, your hypothalamus is so sensitive that it starts shifting accordingly. And this in turn starts stimulating the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is the one which plays a major role in all the organ functions. So one of the functions is to generate proper functioning of the uterus and the ovaries. So if there is any problem right from the hypothalamus, then it is going to affect your organ system as well. So when we think about any kind of a disease or any, in this case, if it is polycystic ovaries, it is not just the organ that is affected, it is a female body. What we say here is that a female body, whenever there are changes, your period, your menstruation shows in the first state only. It is just that you should understand the minor changes that are happening. If you can start combating at that level, then it wouldn't reach to a phase where you're supposed to get admitted or take treatment. So start noticing your body, because your brain starts signaling right from the start. Then what is the major thing that comes along with PCOS is the person fertile or not fertile. So there are two concepts that we need to know when you're supposed to understand what's fertility. So on the 14th day, or we give a time gap of 12th day to 16th day, usually ovulation takes place. That is when your egg is released. So this is a normal thing that is supposed to happen. But when you're suffering from PCOS, the male hormones, the androgens, are increased. The hormone that is not supposed to be in your body in a higher level is present. Therefore, that ovulation is not happening, because for the ovulation to happen, you need the female hormone to be present in your body. So when this is not happening, this cycle is known as anovulation. Anovulation can happen and still your bleeding can be present. But because of this anovulation, the presence of the egg, is the releasing of the egg is not happening, and therefore it is going to make you infertile. But this is not always the case with PCOS people. When you're suffering from PCOS, your cycle is sometimes ovulatory cycle, where sometimes the egg is released, and sometimes it is an anovulatory cycle where the egg is not released, and hence we label PCOS people as subfertile. They're not completely fertile also, and they're not completely infertile also. And once they are pregnant, the pregnancy can be carried out in a proper way. There is no problem. It's just that you're supposed to take a better care. You need to take the diet. Everything is supposed to be more in check than the regular pregnancy. Next is what are you supposed to do when you have PCOS? If you have, what are the home remedies that you can take, or what is the diet that you should follow? Firstly, fiber-rich diet, because whenever you're having something, your digestive system, if the fiber when you take, even the less quantity, it is a little more for the digestive system. Hence, the quantity is reduced, but all the nutrients that you need is going to be present, and that is why we expect you to take fiber rich diet in this, and dry fruits and all the fruits that you can take, no problem. What you should avoid here is very important. Firstly, milk and its products, and also not all cases you need to avoid milk. You need to consult for this, where you should be avoiding milk, or where you should not be. But basically, if your weight is towards the higher side, then at that time you can avoid milk and all of its products except for ghee. You can take cow's ghee in all of your food, all of your 3 meals. 1 teaspoon cow's ghee is necessary. And other than milk and its products, any kind of processed food, any kind of preservatives present in the food, all of these things are to be avoided. Sugar is to be avoided, and any kind of junk, carbonated food, everything is to be avoided in order to keep your digestive system in a proper way, and so that we avoid the unnecessary weight gain and the fat collection. So one more important thing is, when you want to reduce weight, there is something that we shift directly to either keto diet, or we have a numerous number of diets which we suddenly shift. But you have been habituated to eat something from your childhood. So this sudden shifting of the weight is going to make it difficult for you for that certain point, and also it is not going to help you in a long run. So here, instead of these things, you can take smaller changes, smaller stuff, like you can take challenges like not eating junk, not eating anything that might be oily or excessively fried or anything. And then you can eat timely food, 3 times meal, fix the time, eat that. Do not overeat or do not eat in between the 3 meals. And if you're hungry in between, you can eat something like dry fruits. And whenever you're making an eating choice, make sure that you know if this is going to be healthy for you or not. And whatever it is, in present scenario, I would recommend you to take homemade food, eat hot food, and do not eat any kind of stale food. So this is very important to keep in check, that you do not shift yourself to a diet system. Instead, make smaller changes and make the gradual changes in your body for for maybe a long run result, but then it is going to be useful to you. Because if you take a keto diet or anything of that sort, which is going to make you help you reduce weight in the lesser time, it is also you should understand that when this is going to happen, it is also going to increase the weight at the same pace once you stop that kind of a diet. And that is why take smaller challenges instead. And what else can you do other than food? Firstly, what is PCOS is a sedentary lifestyle disease, because it is a lifestyle disease like diabetes. It is not that you have already been born with diabetes or something, unless your parents, both your parents, there you cannot avoid that kind of a gene. But then whoever is who does not have a family trait but still has diabetes is because of the lifestyle that they lead, because of the food that they eat, because of the sedentary lifestyle that has been present. And similar is the PCOS, because whenever you have a certain pattern that you follow, your body tends to grasp that, right? So this kind of lifestyle is going to you make changes, like when you're working on the computer, you're sitting throughout the day, your mind is tired but your body has been sitting throughout the day. So therefore you can just make minor changes, like start walking in the morning or something. Make these changes in your life in order to avoid these simple things. And next is sleep. Sleep is very important, that whenever you're stressful, you do not get sleep. Anxiety and depression, all of these things are along with sleep. You People usually tend to think that because you're suffering from anxiety, depression, or stress, you're not able to sleep. But it can be either way also. If you're not able to sleep, you can have all of these things, the mental instability that we can say, which is in turn going to affect, firstly, it is going to affect your mind. Second, it is also going to affect your body. And hence, that is why we say avoid sleeping during the daytime, which is not natural, but sleep properly at night. Around 6 to 7 hours of sleep should be enough. You can do this, and you can find changes in yourself once you start programming yourself in that way. And the third thing is, like I said before, it starts right from your brain. Your brain starts stimulating your pituitary gland, which is situated in between your eyebrows, which starts which starts helping in the functioning of the various organs, including your uterus in the female. So if you start training yourself right from the brain level, something like yoga, pranayama, and here we say even Sudarshan Kriya, which is very, very useful, which will help you keep yourself in a right state of mind, is going to help you, in turn, going to help you in keeping your health in a proper condition, right? So, like I said, hypothalamus is a very sensitive gland. It is going to be affected by even minor things. But so imagine something like yoga, pranayama, and Sudarshan Kriya. They have such a huge impact on your body because of these small techniques. It is maybe around 1 hour of your per day. It is going to help you in your lifelong process and keeping your health. So it is highly, highly recommended. Do this. And if you have any questions, I know it is a very small time session. So I might not have covered everything, but if you have any questions, yes, you can ask.
So there is a question someone has asked. So do we avoid eating paneer as which is an important source of protein for vegetarians?
Yes, paneer has to be avoided as it is a milk product only. But if your weight is, if your BMI is normal, if it is below 23, then it's okay. You can take that. But keep a check. Do not regularly eat it if you're suffering from PCOS. Eat once in a while. Yes, it is an important source of protein, but we have other sources of protein also. You can take all kinds of dal. You can eat soya. You can do this.
So is it suggested to do Sudarshan Kriya during pregnancy?
Yeah, no problem. You can do Sudarshan Kriya during pregnancy. If you are suffering from anything during your pregnancy, you can consult your doctor and you can consult the Art of Living teacher that you have done with, and they'll help you out with the processes.
So we do modify a bit for them to do Kriya. Maybe they have to avoid Bhastrika. They have to avoid few things during the Kriya. So before we take the other questions, we'll just do a small meditation and then we'll continue with the other questions. So if you have any questions, you can put it down on the chat. We'll just ask after the meditation is done.
All right.
Okay. So sit comfortably and easily. Keep your eyes closed. Take a breath in and breathe out. Now, as you breathe in, straighten your spine. As you breathe out, relax yourself even more. Become aware of all the sounds in the surroundings. You are at ease with the environment right this moment. Breathe in. And breathe out. Become aware of your body. Take your attention to the right foot, right ankle, right knee, right thigh and hip, and relax the right leg. Just see if you can take your complete attention to the body part that is told. Now take your attention to the left foot, left ankle, left knee, left thigh and hip, and relax the left leg. Relax your abdomen. stomach region, chest region, relax the right hand, left hand, relax your shoulders, neck, face, top of the head, and back of the head. Relax the whole body completely. Breathe in and breathe out. We will chant Mum. Breathe in. Mum. Once again, breathe in. Mum. Relax. Become aware of the thoughts, if there are any, whether good thoughts or bad thoughts. Just be with them. Become aware of your feelings, whether pleasant or unpleasant. Just let them be. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Relax and let go. Breathe in and breathe out. Your peace, your joy. Just relax completely. Become aware of your thoughts and feelings if there are any. Become aware of your body and surrounding. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in with a smile and breathe out with a bigger smile. And slowly and gradually, you may open your eyes. So, how is everyone feeling? Good? Maybe you can turn on the videos or show a thumbs up with the reactions below if you like. Okay, great. Wow, thank you. So coming back to the questions, you may put down whatever questions you have in the chat and Dr. Urvaja will address it. And also, so at the age of 37 with PCOS, is pregnancy out of question?
Firstly, we should know if it is the first pregnancy or the second one or consequent any number. But if it is not the first one, then okay, you can go for it. Like I said, PCOS is a subfertile period. But if your health is in good condition, yes, you can go for it. But if not, if it is your first pregnancy, you'll have to be careful. If you have conceived well and good, even after you have conceived, you'll have to take proper care throughout your pregnancy. And it's not about out of question. It is, like I said, it is a subfertile period. So, and you'll be reaching your menopause also very soon. So you'll have to take care. Yeah.
So are there any tips that we can, any home remedies that we can use during PCOS?
Home remedies, better than the medicine. We do not give medicine. Medicine is very, you come to the doctor and you take it. But at home, very much recommended thing is that you do your yoga. Concentrate on reducing your abdominal fat. Do yoga that concentrates on your abdominal fat. Do these kinds of practices. Do jogging. Do these. Do not stress yourself or do not strain much. But whatever you're doing, concentrate on your abdominal or the mid body of yours. So this is going to be helpful. And like I said, avoid milk. So if you are very much habituated to taking coffee or taking tea, you can just take the black version of the same or herbal versions of the same in avoiding milk. So you can do these things. And other than this, if you have any symptoms, yes, there are medications and you can always consult.
What type of yoga practice? I mean, is it a slow yoga practice or a fast yoga practice that is recommended for PCOS?
PCOS, if you're practicing yoga, stay in the posture at least for 30 seconds so that it goes to that level. So when you're doing that, stay in the posture and breathe in and out. Do not hold your breath. Complete your breathing cycles and stay that. And other than that, yes, you can walk and jog, no problem. But do not do anything excessively vigorous because once your period starts, how does PCOS work? It does not occur for a lot of time, but then when it occurs, your inner growth that is supposed to shed out every month is going to be collecting inside. So when you start bleeding, all of it comes together. So that is not supposed to happen. And when you're doing vigorous activities, this tends to happen more often. So whatever you're doing, do it in a proper way. Do it for a comfortable time of yours.
So we also have a PCOS, PCOD yoga follow along video. You can check it out on our channel, on the FitNCalm Yogic Living YouTube channel. You can check that out too. So during periods, if you have a lot of pain, is there any small thing that we can do to reduce the pain?
You can avoid taking dals during that time, any kind of dal, moong dal or anything. You can avoid if you take a lot of cereals and lentils, avoid that. Eat soft food. Eat overcooked food is okay during that time. You can take that, and you can add hing to your food. You can take hing during those times. So it is going to reduce your pain by a lot of level. But and also there are medications. If it is excessively painful, then yes, we can medicate you, which is not hormonal. And one important thing that I missed during the say that when you go share your complaints of PCOS to people, to the doctors, especially the basic thing that comes out as a medication is the hormone tablet. So the hormone tablet is to be avoided if you haven't started. I'll tell you a simple reason why. Because your body tends to make the hormones by itself, right? So when you're supplying something from outside, your body starts relaxing then. Your body does not want to make that, which is not proper. Then it becomes dependent on those pills. Then if you take those pills, then you'll have proper period, which is not a very right thing to do. So that is why if you haven't started any OCPs, any kind of pills, do not start inducing through exercising. Do your exercises, take hing. It is going to help you. Okay. Yeah.
So during PCOS, the fertility becomes less. So are there any other things that you can do to increase the fertility? Can we go for any additional, there are a lot of treatments that is suggested by the allopathy doctors. Would that be good, like increasing the fertility of the ovaries kind of things? Would that be helpful? Should we go for it?
These are something invasive techniques. That means it is a little difficult for your body to take. And also, when we say invasive techniques, it means that it should be your last option. That if it is not happening and if your age is gradually increasing and it is not suggested to even get pregnant during those ages, then you can actually take these treatments as well. Medical science and technology works hand in hand. But if you aren't if you are in a fertile age and where you have chances and where you have time, importantly, then you can first treat your body and then think about getting pregnant as well. So that is going to help your pregnancy to be carried out in a healthier way, and plus natural pregnancy is always better.
Okay. Okay. Though maybe we are diverting from the topic because pregnancy is over here. So, what is the ideal age to become pregnant? Like the first pregnancy should happen before a certain period, or is it okay that we can wait till 40 years to get pregnant?
Uh, we as gynecologists and obstetrician, we say at in looking after the present scenarios and the working pattern of the women also, that before 30 years you should at least have one child. So this makes the organ is made for that particular process to happen, so that your health is proper. So that is why if you have this first pregnancy before this particular age, your consequent pregnancies, or if you're planning for another child and anything further, and your menopause as well, is going to be a little comfortable than if you aren't before this age.
Okay. And one more thing, the question is, my monthly cycles are very heavy from the beginning, which really makes it difficult for me to travel. Can you suggest something, please?
We'll have to check you because it is very personal question. It is not just one reason and one home remedy to it. We'll have to look into it, what is actually happening, and then yes, we can suggest a particular medication or any kind of techniques that can help you in this way. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, are irregular periods always a sign for PCOD?
Not really. Irregular cycles are one of the patterns of PCOD. Like I said, there are three things in PCOD. Irregular cycles. In your USG, you're going to have polycystic ovaries as your impression. And the third one is the male hormones increase and start giving you features of the male. So any of these two, if present in your body, is going to make you a PCOS positive person. So irregular cycle is one of the signals. Other than these, if these two are there, maybe the hormones are increased, maybe it hasn't shown in your regular period yet, but it can come in the near future as well. So there is yes and no to it.
Okay. So, someone again says, my periods are irregular. Any suggestions for that?
If your periods are irregular, we have to look into again a lot of things. Why is it irregular? And if it depends even on your age. If you're reaching your menopause, the irregularity is normal. If you have just attained your period for the first 2 years after your first period in your lifetime, is the irregularity is normal. But in between, once your cycle has set, and if there are irregularities, then we'll have to look into it. What is the reason? There can be thousands of reasons, and it can start right from, like I said, the whole body is connected and it shows through your period in women. So what is actually happening, it is going to be very personalized to your body. We cannot generalize it. So get a checkup, we'll know what is happening, and then we can treat accordingly. Yeah.
So someone even asked, how can I get myself checked from a doctor? We can connect you. Maybe we will connect you with Urvija. You can write to us, and maybe you can just give your email ID over here, personally share it to us, and we will write to you about the details, how you can approach the doctors. And what are the precautions that should be taken during pregnancy? Could you suggest diet during the second trimester? So even there was a question about Sudarshan Kriya during pregnancy. So I'll just address that being an art of living teacher. So if you are going to learn Sudarshan Kriya, we strictly recommend no Sudarshan Kriya during pregnancy. So we do not ask a pregnant woman to do Sudarshan Kriya. You can do meditations, you can do all the meditations, those are really good for you. Because the Sudarshan Kriya has to be customized according to you. You cannot do fast breaths in it, you cannot do Bhastrika in it. So only in the presence of a teacher you can do. I mean, even if the teacher says okay. So do not practice Sudarshan Kriya on your own when you are pregnant. And regarding the diet, yes, you can suggest them.
Diet, not only during your second trimester but throughout your pregnancy, you can always take milk and ghee with any food, anything that, then you can take this, and avoid anything that is going to cause you acidity, because it's going to give you false alarm, and it is going to create a havoc in your pregnancy. So anything spicy that is going to cause acidity, anything with a lot of garam masala or any kind of masalas, avoid it, and take healthy food. Milk and ghee you should be taking during your pregnancy. Yeah.
Okay. And so, yeah, when it comes to meditation, I forgot to mention there is Sahat Samadhi meditation course in the Art of Living. That will be really good if you're doing during pregnancy or even otherwise, because that gives it helps you to go into meditation. Otherwise, the mind keeps going here and there. It really helps you to go into meditation. Okay. So, why do we have to avoid milk during PCOD?
Okay, so what happens is, firstly, milk is the whole diet that we say, and we as Ayurvedic doctors talk in terms of Vata, Pitta, or Kapha. So PCOS is basically when your Kapha is in imbalance. So when you take milk, milk is one of the food, milk and its products is a form of food that increases Kapha. So unless and until you make this kapha into a balanced form and come back to your normalcy, taking food that is going to increase your kapha is going to again add up to your problems. So that is why milk and milk products are to be avoided. And it again depends on what kind of pattern of periods is your PCOS showing. If it is heavy periods and if it is occurring very soon, then it is not necessary that you avoid milk also. Like I said, you should know when to avoid and when not. So you can always ask your doctor or ask suggestions. Then only you can do these things.
Okay. So when it comes to the animal products, like along with the milk, would the non-vegetarian, the meat and the red meat or any, would that also add on to giving PCOS or PCOD symptoms, and would it increase PCOD?
I would not generalize, I would not want to specify that it is going to only generate PCOS. So I'll tell you, how do we study any kind of disease? So whatever process starts happening for the formation of the disease, it starts from what you take, what kind of food that you take. So once you start taking any kind of food, if it is heavy for your digestive system, the blood supply is completely towards your digestive system and the other systems are not being nourished properly for that whole time of that food to get digested, right? So throughout that time, maybe the body is, there are a lot of losses in the other systems. So that is why we say avoid non-vegetarian food, because it takes around 3 days to complete its digestion totally, right? And plus, other than just non-veg, we in India add so many spices to it, which is again a add-on to your decrease in health. So that is the only reason when we say not to take non-veg. And one more thing, that sometimes when we say to take non-veg is where you can take it in the form of soup or something if you are excessively weak, and only this can combat you and this can give you strength. That is the only place where we suggest you to take non-veg. Otherwise, you are just troubling your body, you're just troubling your digestive system. Because if your digestive system is proper, rest all the nutrients are going to be in a correct form. Like your food is going to form your blood. If it is not there, then your blood is not going to form in a proper way, and all your next level of layers are not going to form in a proper way.
Okay. So, would the birth control pills also, if you are diagnosed with PCOS, can you take the birth control pills? This is one question. And would the birth control pills lead to PCOS?
Yes, both are true. Like I said, hormone pills, birth control pills are nothing but hormone pills again. So when you are diagnosed with PCOS, any doctor first would give you, if you are excessively bleeding or anything, the first thing that you have to take is hormone pill, is what they say, which is not actually true. That is why a lot of lifestyle disorders are cured by Ayurveda, because we do not give hormone pills. So once you start taking hormone pills, your body tends to stop making those hormones because you are supplying it from outside, and you become used to it, and then you become addicted to it. And then once you stop taking the pill, your body is going to have many problems. You're going to bleed or not bleed in a very, very extreme way. So that is why do not take any kind of hormone pills, which is birth control pills. So do not take that. And once you have taken birth control pills, that means you have already made your system into you've disturbed your system, right? So yes, there are chances of having PCOS, but it is not a guarantee.
Okay. So are there any Panchakarma treatments available for PCOS?
Yes, we completely cleanse your body by various panchakarma procedures. Two of them are either we induce vomiting or we induce the loose motion. This is usually a 7-day process where we prepare your body for the first 6 days, and on the final day, you are induced either of the ways where all your toxins are said to be come and all of your toxins come to your stomach or your system here in the center, and then it is either eliminated from either of the ways. So that is what we do. Yeah.
One more question. What can I do on my own to lessen PCOS? So from whatever I understood, it is lifestyle change that you have said, yoga, meditation. If there is anything else you can add.
Yeah, other than this, if there is any specific thing to you, you can always consult, because we can symptomatically treat at that point of time and help you in a long term. But yeah, meditation, Sudarshan Kriya is going to help you right from your head level, because that is how the disease is forming. So if you're curing it from its roots, then maybe the tendency of your PCOS, the percentage of its increase is going to decrease by a lot of levels. So you can always take up these things, do your kriya, do yoga, do pranayam, and especially yoga and pranayam in PCOS is being proved that it is going to help you.
Okay, great. Great. Okay, thank you so much. So I would really love if any one of you would want to give a feedback about this session. If you want anything to be told, if it'll be really great, you can raise your hand and I will unmute you if you can give a feedback about how you felt about this session. Or you can also type in the chat box. Okay. There's one more last question. I did Ayurveda treatment of 2 weeks for PCOS at Sri Sri Hospital. But after that, doctor said you need to come again and do it after 3 months. So how many times I need to go, I need to do it before completely treated?
Uh, Firstly, I will understand what PCOS is. I said it is a lifestyle disorder, right? So anything you do, you are supposed to have your body in check throughout your life, because once a diabetic, you're always supposed to be in check even after your levels are normal, right? Similarly, in PCOS, once you have got the PCOS, once it is because of your lifestyle, you cannot get back to your normal lifestyle like how you used to live. So there is always a chance of recurrence. And about your panchakarma, even the normal person, a healthy person, is supposed to take one kind of shodhana therapy, is what we say, the cleansing process, once in 6 months. So if you are suffering from something like this, once in 3 months is suggested, and we give a course of different panchakarmas according to the season that is present. So we cannot guarantee for this time it is needed, because in a healthy also it is recommended twice in a year. So we do not say that this many panchakarmas for these diseases. So yes, that is it. Yeah.
Okay, okay, great. So before we end the session, request you all to switch on the videos and we'll just take a photo together. Maybe you can share it across the social media and, let everyone know about PCOD, and it's not something big. You can just change it. Okay, thank you. I'll just take a screenshot. Smile. It's so good to see all of you. Okay, cool. So here, I would also take this opportunity to let you know that we are launching a community for women. So this will be like, we invite you to be part of it. So this is a safe place where you support and inspire women towards a healthy, fit lifestyle. And, and this one, we will have this community, we will have a lot of things regarding yoga, menstruation, PCOD, thyroid. So whatever are the women related issues, you would be able to discuss, and we will have experts on board to answer your question, and whatever other issues, we will try to address it. So we would love if you be part of it. We will share the link where you can join. And also the next session, because this is PCOD month, the next session, next Sunday, we have a naturopathy doctor coming and sharing her views on the PCOD. So definitely we would love if you be part of that too. And if you are not following us on YouTube, you can, it's FitNCalm Yogic Living. Do follow us. You will have a lot of other videos on yogic lifestyle and different things. Great. So in the link in the chat, it is there. You can just join the group. Urvaja, thank you so much for giving your time and sharing so many things about PCOS. We are looking forward for more sessions from you. Thank you.
Thank you for having me, and it's always great to talk to all of you. And it's a great step that you are taking yourself towards health. So, congratulations first.
Okay, great. So we are here in case you have anything. Otherwise, you can log off. Okay, thank you, everyone. Namaste.